It's Thomas! He's the leader! There's 2, there are 4, there are 6, there are 8. Shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and green and brown and blue. They're the useful crew, that's who. All with different roles to play. Round Sigma sheds and far away. Now Stanley has joined this friendly pack, but who's is coming down the track? Thomas, he's my number 1, shining in the morning sun, working hard but having fun. Thomas, you're the leader. Thomas, you're the leader. The Phineas and Ferb Way. Duck is a little green tank engine from the Great Western Railway. He always works hard and does things the Great Western way. Phineas and Ferb are one of the Danville locos on the island of Sodor. They help Thomas and the little engines on the branch lines. Duck never needs help from them at all, but he still wanted to be a really useful engine. One day, Henry was resting on a siding just outside Titma's sheds. It was a long, early morning, and the Flying Kipper had been loaded with lots of fresh fish. I get so out of breath from all of that long run on the main line, but nobody cares. They just say, I'll be alright after a rest. Get Sir Topham Hatt to give you tanks in a bunker, Henry. You'll feel like a new engine. We tank engines never get out of breath, you know. Henry was cross. But lucky for Duck, Henry didn't have any energy left to argue with him. The men worked hard, trying to make Henry feel better, but it was no use. You'll have to go to the steamworks to be checked over, Henry. While Henry was away, Hero pulled the Flying Kipper. But one day, things have changed. Before Henry was due to return sometime tomorrow, Hero was asked to take a freight train to the other railway, and he won't return until after the weekend. Sir Topham Hatt checked his timetable for spare engines. He went to Knapford Sheds to see one of the Danville locos. Ah, Phineas and Ferb, just the 2 of you I'm looking for. I have an assignment for you. I need the 2 of you to work with Duck. You're to take the Flying Kipper tonight and deliver fresh fish for the morning. Yes, sir. We'll do our best to work with Duck. I despise working with those 2, sir. Pulling the train full of fresh, smelly fish. You, Phineas and Ferb, will do as you're told, Duck. And really useful engines don't argue. Fine. At Brendam Docks, the 3 engines were coupled together. Ferb pulling the Kipper, Phineas in the middle, and Duck at the front. With the guard's green lamp shown, they set off for the main line. The people in the towns kept all the windows closed, as the smell of fish spread across the island. The 3 engines stopped at each station delivering crates of fish to be sold at market. After stopping at a few stations, one of the Kipper vans were completely empty. We should leave one of the vans in the siding if they're empty. There are two ways of doing things, Phineas. The Great Western Way and the wrong way. The Great Western Way is to directly and promptly deliver the fish fast and finish the job for good. On the way, they met Candace and Django. Hey, Phineas! How are you and Ferb doing? We're helping Duck pull in the Flying Kipper and delivering fish to the stations. Phew! What a smell! Do you three need any help? No, Candace. We don't need any help. I want to get this job over with. But Duck, we need our sister's help. She can be our back engine. But the signal changed at that moment. Duck pulled Phineas, Ferb, and the Flying Kipper away. Phineas was upset. Whenever they met another engine along the way, they asked the three if they need help, but Duck refused and pulled Phineas, Ferb, and the train away. Now Phineas was cross. He wanted to get Duck to have some help. Soon they approached Gordon's Hill. The next station was on the other side. This gave Phineas an idea. Now I'll show Duck he'll need some help. As the three started huffing up Gordon's Hill, Phineas applied his brakes to make the train go slowly. Duck pulled from the front, and Ferb pushed from behind. It was hard work dragging the Flying Kipper to the top of the hill. Then there was trouble. When they came down the other side, Phineas released his brakes to make the whole train go very fast. The three engines were heading towards Marin Station. Duck was scared. He wanted to stop. Phineas! Ferb! Apply your brakes! Quick! We're gonna crash! Phineas and Ferb applied their brakes, and so did Duck. They skidded straight through and into the shunting yard towards a set of buffers. Luckily, they didn't crash, but they and the Flying Kipper were safe. The three engines were relieved. After they got a chance to get their breath back, Duck spoke to Phineas. I'm sorry I had been so annoyed, Phineas. I just wanted to get this job done fast. Pulling the Flying Kipper is not my thing to do. That's alright, Duck. You should have let any other engine help us. Delivering fish is not our thing to do either. Now let's get the last of the fish delivered. But how can we deliver the fish if we have to go as fast as Henry? We can take the Phineas and Ferb Way. What's the Phineas and Ferb Way? Well, first things first. We'll leave some of the vans that are empty on a siding. Next, we'll drop off the next load of crates of fish. And lastly, we'll take what's left from the Kipper to the last station at the end of the line. The three engines went faster, a little better than the way Duck had dragged them. They reached the end of the line safely, and the last of the fish was delivered. We did it! Thank you, Phineas. Thank you, Ferb. Duck, Phineas and Ferb, in spite of how hard you've worked, I am proud of the three of you for taking the Flying Kipper for Henry. Hero won't be back until the weekend is over, so Henry will soon be back to take the Flying Kipper. and the three of you can go back to your usual jobs. Duck smiled, as did his new friends Phineas and Ferb. You know, Phineas, I think there might be 3 ways of doing things. Really? What are they? The Great Western Way, the Wrong Way, and the Phineas and Ferb Way. But the Great Western Way is usually the best. Yes it is. Only for you. The 3 friends laughed.